Nature is an incredible playground, a living storybook just waiting to be explored. But like any great adventure, there are rules you need to follow. The most important thing to remember is that we are merely guests in the animals' kingdom. Understanding their language and their reactions is the absolute key to making sure every encounter stays a magical memory rather than a dangerous situation. Today, we're going to look at the secrets of how to react when facing some of the world's most impressive creatures. We've ranked these encounters from the most dangerous to the least, and I promise you, some of these rankings are going to be very surprising. Let's start with the danger ranking. Forget what you've seen in the movies. The animals that are actually the most dangerous to humans aren't always the ones you'd expect. Take the snake, for example. Often quiet and blending perfectly into the background, the snake is actually the champion of this list. Because they are so discreet, encounters are usually a total surprise for both the human and the snake. Every year, snakes are responsible for 100,000 deaths, making them the most deadly animal to humans on this list. So, what do you do if you run into one? First, stomp your feet. Snakes are incredibly sensitive to vibrations in the ground. By stomping, you're creating a disturbance that alerts them to your presence and encourages them to move away to find some peace and quiet. Second, do not try to be a hero. Curiosity or bravery are your worst enemies here. Fact is, 80% of bites happen when people try to catch or handle the snake. If you do get bitten, wash the wound with running water and keep the limb perfectly still. If possible, keep the bite below the level of your heart to slow the spread of venom and call emergency services immediately. And whatever you do, never try to suck out the venom like they do in the movies. That is a dangerous myth that does more harm than good. Moving from the grass to the water, let's talk about the crocodile. With the strongest bite force on the planet, the crocodile is a terrifying predator, a true survivor from the era of the dinosaurs. It is the master of rivers and marshes. They cause about 1,000 deaths a year, which actually makes them significantly more dangerous than sharks. If you're on dry land and a crocodile approaches, make as much noise as possible to scare it off and run in a zigzag pattern. A zigzag run is very difficult for a crocodile to track. If you're in the water, the strategy is the opposite. Swim as silently as possible. Avoid splashing or shouting, which only signals to the croc that there's a target nearby. If the worst happens and you are caught, aim for their most sensitive spots, the eyes and the throat. A hard strike there might be your only chance to force them to let go. Next, let's look at the giants of Africa, the elephant and the hippopotamus. They might look calm or even friendly from a distance, but they are incredibly unpredictable and protective of their territory and their young. Both elephants and hippos are responsible for over 500 deaths every year. When facing an elephant, watch the body language. If the trunk is curled up and the ears are pinned back, it's a sign they're about to charge. Don't try to outrun them, you won't win. Instead, find a solid obstacle like a large rock or a sturdy tree to put between you and the elephant. For hippos, the danger often hides in the tall grass. During hot days, they leave the water to rest in the brush. If you stumble upon one, the safest bet is to get high. Climb a tree or a hill and wait patiently for them to move on. Now, let's talk about the king of the jungle, the lion. Facing a lion is a psychological battle. They only cause about 22 deaths a year, but a face-to-face encounter is intense. To survive, you have to break the prey image. Rule number 1, maintain eye contact. Never turn your back and never look away. Looking away is a sign of weakness that invites an attack. Rule number 2, make yourself look massive. Raise your arms and wave your jacket over your head. Finally, make noise. Speak loudly and firmly. This unusual behavior confuses the lion, making them think twice about attacking something so confident. Speaking of movies, let's talk about the shark. Despite the terrifying reputation they have in pop culture, sharks only cause about 6 deaths per year globally. Out of 150 species, only about 20 have ever been known to attack humans. If you see one, do not panic or flail. Splashing makes you look like a wounded fish. Move slowly and calmly. If it does attack, go for the eyes and the gills. Those are their weak points. There are other animals where the strategy is completely different. For bears and gorillas, submission is actually your best bet. If you encounter a bear, do not run. That triggers their chase instinct. Instead, play dead. Curl into a ball, cover your neck with your hands, and stay perfectly still, even if the bear comes over to sniff you. For a gorilla, show them you aren't a threat. Sit down to appear smaller, avoid direct eye contact, which they see as a challenge, and speak in a whisper. If they charge, stay in a ball. They rarely continue an attack on a creature that is clearly defenseless. Then we have the chargers, the rhino and the bull. For these two, you need agility. A rhino has very poor sight and usually charges out of fear. If you hide behind a tree, they'll likely lose track of you and stop. For a bull, remember they react to movement, not the color red. Stay still, and if they get too close, throw a hat or a shirt away from you. They'll follow the moving object, giving you a chance to escape. Finally, don't overlook the small stuff. Jellyfish and bees can ruin a trip just as fast as a lion. If a jellyfish stings you, do not believe the myth. Never urinate on the sting. It can actually make the pain worse. Instead, rinse it with salt water, never fresh water, and use tweezers to remove any stingers. And for bees, if you're heading into bee territory, wear light colors. Darker clothes actually attract them. If a swarm chases you, find a dark area, like a shed or a dense thicket. The lack of light disorients them, and they'll usually give up the hunt. In the end, the most powerful tool for any adventurer isn't strength or speed, it's knowledge. Respecting the wildlife and staying calm can turn a dangerous moment into a story you'll tell for the rest of your life. So go out and explore, but do it with a smart head on your shoulders.
Thank you for watching my video. Please leave a like if you enjoyed it and subscribe. Have a great day.